Hi guys, welcome to this week's surgery session. I want to get straight into it this week, so let me give you a little breakdown of what we're going to be covering. First off, I've experienced this firsthand where when you're having to build lots of sales pages, you might build websites and whatever it be you're trying to build. Now, one of the banes of your life is going to be trying to keep everything looking the same in regards to keeping it associated with your brand colors, for example. So I'm going to be showing you a quick and easy way to set up a brand board so you can always have access, quick access to the color schemes that you want them to be. We're going to be talking about QR codes, how to build them and set them up for different things and why they're important. And we're also going to have a quick look at building countdown timers and why that's important as well. Okay, now, so brand boards, like I mentioned, what I'm talking about here is I'm going to show you first off how to take something, for example, who here has got a logo for their business or certain colors they like to use for their business just to try to keep things on point. Maybe you've just got a website, but the website is it normally follows a certain color scheme or with certain fonts, with certain header fonts and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So lots of yeses coming in the chat. Fantastic. So I'm going to be showing you how to set certain brand boards within our Ultimate Business System. So you're able to, wherever you're building, have easy access to those fonts and color schemes. Okay. Perfect. Oh, there you go. Black background and silver. Okay. Now, QR codes. Who here I'm expecting every single person in here to say yes, but who here has scanned a QR code before? I'm expecting these yeses to come firing in here. Don't be shy. Be engaging. There we go. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep them going. Good. 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 Right, guys. If you're new here, remember be on top of the chat. Be engaged. It helps me. It helps you stay with me as well. Okay. So now, and I bet the amount of QR codes you've scanned that lead to different things is also relevant. You might have scanned a QR code to leave a review for someone. You might have scanned a QR code to be taken to someone's website. You might have scanned a QR code taken to a sales page for you to buy something. You might have even used a QR code to deliver a business card to someone or access someone's business card. Okay, instead of having to dish out the bits of paper in the past. All right, so we're going to be showing you how to build them as well today, and also, oh yeah, just on the QR code thing. Bear in mind for your business, oh, perfect. There we go. WhatsApp. You can use it in WhatsApp as well. Think about where QR codes can fit in your business. Okay. Is anybody in here using QR codes at the moment in their business, whether it be for a business card, for example, or for people to leave reviews or anything like that? Anybody? You can say yeses or nos, just anything. Just give me something. Yeses. Okay. No, no. Yes. On leaflets. Good. Okay. Good. So what I would like you to do is at the end of this session, have a little play, and as an easy thing to do, you're going to set up a business card. All right, and I'll show you how to do that. So at the end of this, you can have a think about it and build something. Or if you've got a trust pilot or anything like that, a review, or set up a review page on your own website, build something for that. Okay, but just have a play. What I really want you to start doing is at the end of these sessions, don't just attend them, leave, forget it. When you finish these sessions, if you can't do it straight away, no problem. But grab the replay and if we've shown you how to build an opt-in form or build a lead magnet, try and do it. Okay, just have a play, because you'll realize that when you do it, I try to show you the basics, and then you can have a play. And there's nothing, building these things aren't going to damage anything you've got set up already. Okay, so just implement what you're being shown. And countdown timers. Has anybody seen countdown timers, whether it be on websites, sales pages, could be on, I'm trying to think what else, also in an email. There we go, always. So the whole point and purpose for in marketing purposes of a countdown timer is to drive some scarcity and to drive people to take action and to take that leap of faith into, actually, if I'm going to do this, I need to do this now. So that you think the amount of times I've seen an email from one of the many things I'm subscribed to, and it will say, oh, sell now one, or 50% discount now available. Here's your code. But then 3 days later, I will then see the 50% discount ending tonight. And if you click on that, sometimes in the email, it will have a countdown timer leading to tonight, or when you go to the site, it'll be at the top. It'll be plastered everywhere for you to see that there's some method behind the madness of what they're telling you. Okay, now it's an easy resource that I want to show you how to use. Exactly, take action now. Perfect. So I'm going to show you how to build them as well. So these are all little things that when you know and see where they are, you can start thinking about, oh, maybe I'll use a QR code for this because it might be easier. Oh, maybe I'll put a countdown timer on this page or in here or do this. Okay, so these are all just little things that I thought this week. Let me show you three quick and easy tools you can use that is going to help you long term. All right, so is everyone happy with that? Everyone happy with me covering those things? I mean, to be fair, you could say no, but it's too late. So we're covering it in any case, guys. I have nothing else prepared. We're doing this. Right. So let me dive in now. Let's get rid of some of these things. Let's okie dokie. Right. Okay. Let's close this. So now, when you log into, in fact, yeah, we'll do brand boards first. Right. So let me just reduce the chat down here a little bit. So, right. As I'm going along, guys, if you've got questions, chuck it in the chat. And then what I'll do is when I finish this section on brand boards, I'll stop and just cover any questions you've got, and then we'll move on to the next part. All right. So, brand boards. When you log in to your Internet Business Ultimate Business System platform, you're going to want to go to marketing. Oh, marketing. All right. Then you're going to come across to brand boards. Okay, and you'll see design kit. All right. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to add a new design kit. Now, if you have nothing set up, you're completely happy to go with something brand new. They've got these kits already set up. So if you like anything like that, you can. But what I'm going to do is do this based off the fact that Ludmilla, yes, absolutely. So I'm going to set one up from scratch. So if you've already got a logo or things you like to use, you can do so. Right. So we're going to go start from blank. Okay, start. Now then. First off, I'm going to call this Internet Business School. Okay, now you can upload two logos. So a lot of the time on websites, you've got, or for the assets you might need images for based on logos, you're going to want one that is rectangle and a square one. Okay, now I was trying to locate and I didn't want to waste too much time on this. So let's start off. Oh, sorry, guys. You're still showing. Oh, you're still seeing your today's slide. So, sorry. Thank you. Sorry. Right. Let's sort that out now. Thank you for posting that. Glad I didn't put that down. Right. Let me share. Desktop. Right. Share. Let's get rid of that. Right. I'm going to go back. Sorry, guys. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. So here we go again. Everyone can see my slide. Everyone can see my screen now. Yeah. Let's just double check. Let's just get 100% certain. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Right. Sorry, guys. Now, when you log into your Ultimate Business System, you're going to go to marketing. You're going to go to brand boards, and then you are going to add. Oh, you're going to go design kit, and now you're going to add a design kit. You're going to see there are some pre-made templates. So if you like those ones, you could select them. But we're going to go from scratch because we want to use our own colors. All right. Now, we're going to start off by changing the name of this. So I'm just going to call it Internet Business School Test. Right. Now, first off, if you've got a logo already built, you can upload those into here. Okay. Now, upload. I know I've already got this in here, but I'm going to show you how to do this. So you're going to go upload into here, add media, upload, and then you will need to find your logo, which I've got floating around for our Internet Business School in my many images of Simon's pretty face. Floating around in here. There we go. Open. Right, there he is. Select that one. I'm going to have to get rid of some of these things. Insert media. So that now sits in there. Now, if you've got a square version of your logo as well, you can upload that one in there too. Okay. Now, I've got that somewhere floating around on my desktop, but I don't want to waste too much time locating that. Now, colors. You're going to go across to colors. Now, what I want to do now is match these colors with these colors here. All right. Now, to do that, you can either do some guesswork, okay, and try and match them up, or what we're going to do is go to, and I'm going to drop this link in the chat here. I'm going to go to something like this. There's lots of free tools like this available. Image color picker. So in fact, let me pop that in here because we are going to want to send this to everybody. Do the following. So on this platform, you're now able to upload your image into here and it will let you pick the colors that you want. So I'm going to drag that image in there. See, that's now appeared and it's shown me the color palette. But even to be more specific, you can click on the colors and you'll see the hex color. So I'm now going to copy that hex color, take it over to here. And then in this first one, I'm going to copy it in there and you'll see that it's giving me that exact same red. Okay, so I'm going to call that red. And then white can say white, and then blue is going to be, go back over here, that blue right there. So I'm going to take that blue there, put it in, put it in there, done. So now I've got my color palette set, okay? I've got my image and typography. This is all your fonts. So there's a few that I like to use. So I like to use, we'll do Arial as one. I like to use Lato as well, Lato, whatever you want to call it. And I also like to use one called Fiala 1, okay? And sometimes I like to use Montserrat, okay? Now, I'm going to save that brand board. Now, one thing to note, within this platform, when you're building things, sometimes it will let you see your brand board. Other times, it won't, okay? Depend on what you're trying to build. But for most of the big projects you're going to be doing, it lets you see the brand board. So now I'm going to give you an example. So now we're going to go and build a sales page. So going to, funnels, sites, funnels, new funnel. I'm going to build a new funnel. I'm going to build it from blank. It's going to be called brand board test. Create. Okay. Remember, guys, got any questions, just drop them in the chat and I'll come back to them in a second. In fact, what I'll do is let me just double check I've not missed anything from you guys whilst, whilst I'm going. No, all good. Right. Now, I'm going to add new funnel step. I'm going to call it brand B. Leave all that stuff there. Okay. So this is basically creating a quick sales page. We're going to create from blank because also this is a good opportunity for me to just remind you of some of the easy ways of building sales pages. So what I'm going to do here, instead of trying to do everything from scratch, we are going to go to pre-built sections. So these are things already built into Ultimate Business System. So we're going to start with, let's go with that. So something with a header, a little video on there, because then I can demonstrate the countdown timer on here too. So we're going to drag this onto here. All right. Okay, right, close that. And now you will see, right, so if I click on this one, go settings, and I go to image. Okay. Now, if I go to, where is it? Folders, you'll see it now has my brand boards. Okay. So let's just do it one more time. So if I want to add an image to a page or change an image, I'm going to go click on the image that I want to change, which is this one here. I'm going to go to image here, which is the image link. And then when I go to brand boards, IBS test is what I call that brand board. And you'll see that my image linked to that brand board is now sitting here for me to insert there. All right. Now, if I want to change the colors of the text, I can now click on the section, the text I want to change. I can either highlight it and go to color, and you see my brand colors here. Okay, and I can do the same here. Let's change you to the dark blue, and then I'm going to change you to be the brand color red, which are the brand colors I selected. Okay, and then that is that. Now, if you want to add, for example, a new element, so let's just say I want to add another bit of text. Let's just say I'm going to chuck that in there. Again, you in some cases, easiest way is just highlight it like that and then go in and select the color again. Or over here, you'll see color. You can click on the color, and again, brand colors are all set here. All right. Or if you want to, just as one final quick example on this, add a new image. Got that in there. Same applies. Click on the image that you've added, go to it, this little thing here, which is basically where all your images are stored. Folders, brand boards, the brand board that you like, select the image, insert. Okay. Is that all clear and easy enough for you guys? Any questions there? Let me bring up the chat. Everything okay? Give me some engagement, guys. Hit me. Let me know you're still with me. Very clear, very clear. Good stuff. And you can set up as many brand boards as you like. So if you know you're going to be creating things consistently, like we've got a few different color schemes we like to use, I can set up multiple brand boards, link them to an image, and then just nick the colors off there. Okay. So one thing you're going to try this afternoon for me, or tonight, or whenever you get some moment, is set up a brand board. Okay. Now let me quickly. Oh, whilst we're on this, I might as well see. You'll see when you set up a new funnel, everything's been tried to make it as easy as possible. So Vish done a session on setting up domains, I think, the week or two, last week or the week before. So once you've done that, when you set up a sales page or page or anything, you'll see at the top here, it asks you to connect a domain. So you click on that as is a new page, and you'll see your domains that you've got set up. I'm going to select this one, save. Okay, save that. This, when it asks you about metadata, this basically sits behind SEO. This all sits behind what the normal person sees. Okay. So when they're searching for things, certain words you may have placed in here helps this become more relevant to them. So all I'm going to do in here is quickly complete these. So the content is going to be brand board, demo. Just put something in here. Demo. The more information you put in here that's unique, the better. Author is Max. Obviously, I'm going to put the company name normally, but I'm just going to do this real quick. And then we're going to save and publish. Right. All okay there, guys. Yep. Okay. Right. Now, next was QR codes. Now, I'm going to take this page. I'm going to put that there so I can nick that URL in a bit. Right. Now, let's come back out of this. Okay. Now, next up, QR codes. Now, for this, we're going to go into sites. So just have a quick sip of juice. In the coming weeks, we're going to look at showing you some more of these, like surveys, quizzes, chat widgets. There's some really fun things up here, like forms we've already done. So, but today we're going to go sites, QR codes. Now, then we're going to go to interesting little thing for you to have a little read through when you get here is QR code features. And this gives you some ideas about what you can use QR codes for. Okay, but we're going to create a QR code. It's going to be brand board test. Okay, and now look, you can see the different things you can use QR codes for. So you can be as creative or as simple as you like. So what we're going to do is I'll do a quick one for a website, and then we'll do a business card one. Okay, so website. We just built, okay, for example, we've just built a sales page very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a QR code now to send people to that page. All right. So website, we're going to choose. We go next. we're going to put in the URL for the page we want them to go to. I'm going to chuck that in there. We can go next. And now you've got some freedom to change and amend things you like. So like background color, if you want it to be red, you can. Dots can change color, border, center, shape and form, gives you different options here. You make it into a circle if you want those circles. You can have it solid. So lots of variation. I think that's a word here. You can add your logo or add a logo to it, should I say? But if I wanted to, again, brand boards, IBS test, chuck this in. But copy link. Oh yeah, so something to bear in mind. If when you're trying to upload an image onto a page or onto anything within this platform, if it takes you here and asks you to copy link, hit copy link, and then you go back to where we were, sorry, back. And now you're going to paste the link into upload image. All right. And now you can see that that image has been plonked in the middle there. All right. So you can do that. Or if it's going to maybe be linked to a Google review, you might want to just use Google. Or if it's being linked to a WhatsApp message or Facebook page or PayPal, whatever it be, you can choose one of the pre-built ones. All right. Page background as well. If you can have it transparent. A lot of the time, I'll depend on what the background's going to be, but having a transparent background can actually be really beneficial because it can just sit against whatever you've got behind it without there being any borders and stuff. But for this example, we're not going to have it. In fact, let's see what happens. Right now, I am now going to save that, and that should land here. And now let's give it a test. Let's give it a test. Download it as a PNG. Now, if I open this, hopefully. Now, if you guys do want to do the test and can scan that with me for me on your phone, you should hopefully give that a go. If anyone's out, I'll do it as well. Hopefully that then takes us back to, oh, it's a bit big, isn't it? Takes us to that page. This is one of those moments I do a test and realize that, oh, there we go. Yeah. So that's working fine. Yeah. Perfect. So that is a nice, simple QR code to take to a website or page. So you can do that if you're trying to, if you've got, like you're out and about and want to quickly get someone to go to a page, have it available on your website or on a webinar to get people to a sales page, for example. So that's a really quick and easy way of doing that. Now, circle. I'll come back to you in a second, Michael. Okay. So let's create a new QR code. This time we're going to look at a business card. All right. Now, interesting. I know somebody that came up with this idea many, many moons ago, but unfortunately, it seems like these days you can do it, well, straight away on platforms like this. So we are going to business card next. Again, you can just play with these, edit and chop and change, and you'll notice the more you play with them, the more familiar you come. So we're going to go page background. So for example, remember I said sometimes the brand board that you create doesn't show up with certain resources within this platform. QR codes are one of them. All right. But fortunately, we have got this for us to be able to find the hex color. So I know I can select the blue hex, put it in there, and that will show up. So now you can see the blue background. All right. Page info, upload image again, brand board, open, test. Now I've got a feeling this image, again, copy link. I've got a feeling this image is going to be the wrong size, but I'm going to put it in any case, just so you can see how it all looks. So yeah, you can tell that needs to be a different size image. Transparency, have a little play with that. So you can make the image disappear a little bit. So in fact, we can just get rid of it. But let's lose that because the other one was better. Phone number, let's just put in UK. Nope. United Kingdom. Nope. Nope. UK's in there somewhere. We're just going to put this in, save time. 201 555 777 7. There we go. Website. Let's just use that one we built again. Company name, Internet Business School, email address. This will be my one for now. Company description. Great training. You can be the judge of that. You can do your business address, opening hours, turn these on and off. And now you can select which social media links you want here as well. So Instagram, Facebook, just to save time, let's get rid of them. Let's get rid of them. Let's just chuck in my one, which is floating around here somewhere. Home. In here, and go next. And now we have a new QR code for this. So let's have a little play with this one. Now, shape and form. Who was asking me about this? Somebody asked if we can make circle ones, if I remember rightly. Let's bring up the chat. Perfect. So Michael was asking, can we do a QR code that is a circle? I'm going to say no, purely based off the fact I don't think I've ever seen a circle QR code, to be honest with you. If you really, 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 really wanted it to be circle, one thing you could do is download the QR code, go onto a platform like Canva, put it on Canva, create a circle around it with a background, and then use that. But Michael, for the purpose of the QR code, is it more just the design? You like the idea of it being circles, or is there a bigger purpose to it? Because for the task of a QR code, yeah, I would just stick to it being square, because it'll be painful for you if you go ahead, do all that stuff, and then realize that it doesn't it doesn't work as well, or people aren't familiar with it. Most people see a QR code and they're square. So yeah, bigger for my logo. Okay, well yeah, in that case, have a play of it on your hold on. Circle QR code, a bigger circle, bigger for my logo. Michael, are you thinking about putting the logo on the QR code or the QR code built into your logo? If you've got any other questions about QR codes, drop them in, guys. QR code right, inside the logo. Well, yeah, that would be a bigger Canva design job, to be honest with you. Let's quickly save this. And now when we go here, I didn't give a name to this, did I? Okay, and we're going to download the link. Let's give this a quick test. And now this should take you to open. With a bit of luck, this takes us to the business card we have just built. Oh, yeah, perfect. Good stuff. So that's working. All right. And you saw how quickly that can be done. And the other way of doing it, you can have it set up as reviews. Like if you've got a review site, scan the QR code, go look at my reviews, leave me a review. In fact, that's what I should have done. I should have done in fact, let's quickly do one more really, really quick one. Create a QR code. But this time, I am going to send you to test review. I'm going to do this test. I'm going to ask you guys to very kindly send us, again, lots of different things. Each different type of QR code you build gives you different design options. But for this purpose, go back previous. I'm going to go to Trustpilot Internet Business School. And I am going to we're going to go to Google. We're going to go to there. We're going to go next. And we're going to Save, copy link. And now I'm going to be real cheeky, download this. I'm going to drop that in the chat, and then you guys are going to be very, very kind. And at some point today, test review. Let's see if I can drop that in here. Be super kind, and you guys can go and leave us a nice, lovely review about our weekly training. All right. Now, okie dokie. Right. Let's move on to next up was countdown timers. Right. Everyone okay with QR codes? Give me some feedback. Give me some feedback. Give me some feedback. Just say yes, no. Thank you. Great stuff. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Good, 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 good. Like I say, these things, you know, when you start playing them, you might think, oh, no, I'm a bit hesitant. I don't want to. I could mess something up. There's nothing to mess up. And you realize when I'm showing you, probably realize how straightforward it can be. And you can test and play. And if you mess up, you just let it come in here and you can just delete. Bosh, gone. It's not hurting anything. All right. So use what you've got. Have a play. You know, as soon as you do one, you'll realize, oh, this is actually pretty straightforward. All right. Now, just so you know, I'm going to be dropping that review link again at the end. So now we're going to go to countdown timers. Where are we? Marketing. I think opens explore page. Okay. Thank you, Michael. I'll sort that in a minute. Right now. Where are we? We are going to countdown timers next, aren't we? Marketing. Countdown timers. Here we go. So you go marketing, countdown timers. Now, again, these are super, super easy to put together. All right. Now, you're going to go countdown timers. New. Okay. And you can see there are a whole host of different countdown timers. Okay. So I think with Michael like circles, you can get circle ones here. I normally like these ones a bit better. Okay. So you're just going to select whichever template you like. All right. Then continue with this template. Countdown timer. We're going to call this, surgery test 2. All right. Now, timer type. I normally use fixed ones because a lot of the things we do, we want it just to lead to a set time and then it be 0. Because then people, whenever you log on, you're seeing that it's still showing as, oh, I went on yesterday and now there's a day less time. If that makes sense. So for me, it feels more, it creates more of an urgency. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I've also been on things before where you're clicking it once and it will say, oh, you got 15 minutes left. Then you come off it. 2 days later, you go back on it again. You got 15 minutes left. So them to me, I'm not a big fan of, but you know, you've got different types here. You got fixed, recurring, dynamic. But for this example, we're just going to go fixed. Then you're going to select the time end date. So let's say you've got a sale running this weekend or from today through to Sunday, and you want it to end at midnight. For Sunday midnight, we're going to end it on Monday, and we're going to do the time is going to be, I hate when it does this. The time is going to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So that should then change. Perfect. And then you can change your time zone. You can have links in here. So once the time is expired, if they land on this, they're going to be taken somewhere else. Okay. Styling. We're going to labels. You could have these. So for example, if you don't want it to show the days and just show hours. So sometimes if you've got say you've got something that's running just today and you're setting up a timer for today, you obviously don't need the days to show as 0. So you can switch these off, or if you're not that bothered that it's going to be seconds, you can get rid of the seconds as well. So you've got some variations here. Typography. Let's see if this is linked to the brand board. So yeah, again, this doesn't have a link to the brand board. It's for the bigger projects. But you know, you're going to know what your preferences are. So my preference is going to be, let's go with Arial today. All right. And you're going to have corner radiuses. So you can change things like this. Ba -ba -bam. Now that will be the border, which you probably can't see that well. So let's go back to 12. You got all your color palettes. Let's see if the brand border is here. It isn't, sadly. But you can change that again to be what colors you want. One thing I like to do here, though, is for the background color, I'm going to move this to be transparent. Okay. So this little slider here, regardless of whatever color you've got the background as, if you've got it as transparent, so that if I come back this way, that'll turn red. There we go. But I can move this to be transparent. So when I take this and put it on the sales page, it will just sit on top of whatever color my background is. So that's my preference. All right. Expiration image. So you can have something on there for when it expires. So it'll change. Padding. Again, this is all to do with how much room you've got either side of it when it sits on your sales page. Okay. So is that straightforward? Is that all clear in regards to the design? It's not a huge amount. To the user's time zone. Michael, no, it won't dynamically change to the user's time zone because we've got it as a fixed countdown. So if, for example, if I am, oh, wait, I think I know what you mean. So for example, this is set to be 4 days, 10 hours. Say if today it's due to expire at midnight today, if you're in EST, Eastern Time Zone, instead of this showing as, say, 9 hours to midnight, so 9 hours left, Eastern time, if you're logging in, that would show this would then be 14 hours left. Okay, so depending on wherever you're logging in, the countdown timer will link to wherever their location is. So yeah, does that, I think so. In answer to your question, the time zone element is interesting. Does it match dynamically to the user's time zone? Yes, is the answer. Okay. Right, so now we're going to save this. And now I'm going to copy code, all right? Because now I want to take this and I'm going to put that onto the sales page, the page that we built previously, all right? Because I want this timer to be showing up there. So I'm going to copy code. Now you will see here, am I choosing a website or email? I want it in a website. I also want the alignment of this countdown timer to be in the middle, okay? Not on the left, not on the right. I know for a fact I want this to be in the middle, so I'm going to choose center. And now, and you'll see, let me highlight that bit there. You'll see that changes, that bit of code changes depending on what I'm clicking. So if you come in here, hit left and then copy, and then you embed it on your other page, if you do come back and change it, you need to then change this code to be whatever so it replaces the code you've taken already. All right. It won't automatically update. So I'm going to want center. I'm going to copy. Now we're going to come out of this. Save that again. Out we come. I'm going to go back to my page. What was it? Max tests. Brambles. Here you go. Edit. So we're back into my sales page for this purpose. And now what we're going to do is put a nice little countdown timer below this video. So we're going to have a little plus there, click on that, and then you will see in this section, there will be, oh wait, no, sorry, I'm doing it wrong. So I've got the countdown timer, I'm coming in here, and I'm looking for the code. See that one there, it says code? Click on that, I'm going to click on that. It then comes up with this bit here, open code editor, and I can chuck it in there. I can save that. Now, save that. When you embed codes in sites, sometimes the code shows up, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it'll just stay like that. But you'll see that when we save this and when we publish that amendment, we go back to our page and we refresh the page. Sometimes it's instant, sometimes it might take a little while. There we go. You can see the countdown timer there. All right. So, and then what you can do is obviously go back and you'll see that that's been embedded against the background I've already got. All right. Now, one thing to note as well, that when you're building sales pages within this, you can also just do this. So add the plus sign there. And then in here, you'll see that there is minute counter, day timer, countdown, and you can just have ones pre-built in here, and you can change the end date, end at time, etc., in here as well. All right. So if you're just building a page, I would recommend just doing it that way that I've just shown you very quickly, just by adding the countdown element. But if you've got something external that you want to put the code on or embed on, you can do it that way, the previous way as well. All right. So it's just a tool that I wanted to show you how to use. Does that all make sense, guys? All okay? Yep. Good stuff. Good stuff. Excellent. Excellent. Everyone's still with me? All good. All good. Okay. Good stuff. Fantastic. Super. Thank you, guys. Brilliant. Excellent. Right. Good. Good stuff. Right. Now, in fact, whilst I'm on here, let me just show you one more thing. Whilst we're on a page, as you can see on this page, we have an option to add a video. Now, what you can do here is when you click on the video, you will see over here, you've got different video types. So if you have a YouTube channel and you've set the settings correctly, you can go to your YouTube channel, copy that URL and put it in here. All right. And that will play on there. Or you can have a Vimeo, Wistia, you can have a custom embed code, or you can have HTML5 code or a hosted video. So hosted videos you can upload into here and then have them used on there. But for this purpose, we have everything we have in Vimeo. So we're going to have Vimeo. I got a code earlier from our Vimeo account, bada bada bing, which is here. And then you're just going to copy and paste that link into the video URL, and then it comes up. All right. So any questions about anything we have covered today? Oh, one other thing real quick. When you're building sales pages, toggle between desktop mode and mobile to make sure that the formatting still sits nicely. Okay. I've done it before where I've built a beautiful page on desktop, forgetting that most people use mobile. And then I realized I'd promoted the page, then looked at it on my phone whilst I was out, and it was an absolute calamity. I realized that none of the formatting was right. All of the fonts were massive, where you've got, for example, this headline is taking up one letter all the way down the sales page. So always check between your mobile and desktop. Okay. Now, be honest, who here is going to go and try one of the things they've learned in this session? Be honest. Or thank you. Good, 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 good. Yeah, okay, okay. Even a business card. Go and set up a business card. Somebody you're going to need. Try all three. Fantastic. Have a play. The more you play around with this platform, the better it is and the easier it is. And you realize because this platform's got everything you need on it, everything integrates really nicely. We've had it before where we had ClickFunnels, ActiveCampaign, we had a text message thing, we had I was having to use countdown timers from other platforms. A QR code builder was coming from something else, and you're trying, a form builder was on something else, and so you're trying to match up these 4 or 5, 6 different platforms sometimes for a funnel or for something, and it gets clunky, it doesn't integrate well. Well, you find that you're having to then use a third-party software to get things to match up. With this, everything is on here. So it's built together. It's built to be all in one location. So you can have your form. You can have this set up so you can have the QR code trigger to go to an opt-in form like we've built previously. Okay. And then, or you can have it a QR code that links to a page that's got a lead magnet on it for him to download the lead magnet that then triggers into an opt-in form and then triggers into a funnel, onto a sales page, onto an upsell, onto granting access to a course. So everything is built to be like really simple. Exactly. Coding made easy. Thank you, Michael. Fantastic. You get it. So I'm trying to, anybody, it's just off the top of the head. Does anybody use this platform that has got any questions I could quickly help with? Any idea, anything? Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay. Aaron asks, any advice on setting up quizzes and also questionnaires and stuff? Looking to create a qualifier quiz and then a questionnaire before and after a trauma session. Any advice? Absolutely, Aaron. Right. So, I don't know, Aaron, if you've had a play with the quizzes or the questionnaires or surveys on the platform yet, but if you haven't, you go to sites. Okay, perfect. Right. So you go to sites, and you'll see here, depending on what your end goal is, will depend on which of these you go for. You can either do a survey, all right, or a quiz. Now, if you're doing a survey, let's just have a quick play. I might end up doing a session on one of these in the near future, but you can let survey features, for example. Let's try. Let's go. These are some of the surveys you can do. So you can have some quick questions that generate results. So you can select the questions, and then in fact, let's. Oh no, I should have done a preview one, so we could see one. Bear me 2 seconds. Let's go back. Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Survey features. Try survey preview. So you can see here. So depending on what your end goal is, you can get a survey for people to answer questions, and then it gathers the information for you to see. All right. Or you can do a quiz, which will, at the end of which, generate a what's the best way of putting it? Let's just choose a template so you can see this. You'll see what I mean. So the quizzes will have, you can have different scores against each answer being given. And at the end of it, it can generate a like a report, a PDF, an ebook, whatever you need it to be, with some guidance on next steps. So, for example, we've got one that we've built in the past called "Is a online business right for you?" So we might have 30 questions asking about how much time they've got, how much experience they've got, are they creative, are you technical, do you have your own products, do you have this, and every answer they give will be rated between 0 to 10, for example. And then at the end, and they've got different categories. So, for example, is affiliate marketing right for you? Is e-commerce right for you? Is an agency right for you? Are the categories. And in each category, we've got 5 questions. Each of the 5 questions gives you a score. So at the end of your quiz, it will collate the scores and then produce a report that shows you, okay, you scored 30% towards affiliate marketing, 60% e-commerce, 100% towards an agency, et cetera, et cetera. So then you can guide people on what to do next. So your thing was about a questionnaire before and after a trauma session. So yeah, so yours might be if you want to give them to score them and then give them something at the end, do a quiz. If it's purely for your own, what do you call it? For you to be able to see more about them than them need to see themselves, do a survey. All right, Aaron, does that help, Aaron? Great. So yeah, guys, there's another couple features there for you as well. I guess a quiz would be quite a challenging thing from the back end, etc. A lot of mechanics involved to get the results. No, not necessarily, not necessarily. It just depends on. I mean, one thing when I was having a play with them the other day, one thing you can do is if you work with AI just to generate you the questions. So have a conversation with Gemini or ChatGPT to churn out the questions you need. Obviously, you're going to have to train it to give all the questions. And if you tell it what you're trying to build it for, then it will help and probably give you the scoring and everything like that as well. So have a play. Have a play, Aaron. That's all I can recommend. Have a play. Even if you want to go and edit some of the templates, that can be more difficult sometimes because you're trying to rework things. But also, always remember, guys, when you build things like quizzes, QR codes, whatever the thing is that you've built, customer journey. Think about what you want. Where are you taking people? It's all good me doing a quiz, Aaron. For example, I could do a quiz for you, but think about is that the last? Is that what do you want me to do as your customer at the end of that? Okay. Do you then need me to book a session? Do you want me just to join your database? Do you want me to book a phone call? Do you need to grab some data? Always think about where you want me to go next. All right. It's not always going to be something sale related. It's not always going to be something customer service related, but just have a think because you don't want to have people having a contact point with someone and then just floating off into the ether. All right. So with your quiz, make sure there's like all these quizzes come pre-built with first name, last name, email, have a phone number on it if you want. Grab some data. All right. Always grab the information. Otherwise, they give you everything and then they walk off and all you got is their first name and last name. Okay. So yeah. Right. Any other questions, guys? Any other thing on anything marketing wise that you want some pointers on? Good. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Give you guys the code for in fact, where was that QR code? Who was asking they came late? Yep, don't worry, the replay is going to be put up. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to think of a way to gather data but gives them something fun and interesting doing the process. Oh, absolutely. Quizzes are fantastic for that. Quizzes are absolutely fantastic. So you could have, if it's health related, you could say like uh how healthy are you really? I don't know, just spitballing here. And so you're asking a load of questions. And at the end of it, if it turns out they're not that healthy, they might want to book a call with you or take you on to a next journey. Okay. Exactly, Aaron. But make sure, again, with quizzes as well, if you build a quiz or a survey, get their details, but have it set that for them to get access to the results, it's going to be emailed to them. So then it stops them giving you a fake email address and still accessing the thing at the end. All right. So have it set that, or make a note on the first page, on the first question, provide the correct email address to receive your results at the end. So then it makes them know that from the get go, don't give me joeblogs at 123 at hotmail.com because I'm not sending you anything. All right. So make sure you've got that set. Okay. Right. Right. Before you all go, let me skip the QR code. If you guys have any time and you're enjoying these sessions, let me drop. That's our Trustpilot review. So if you want to leave us some loving, caring feedback about these sessions or just about us, feel free to. It's always greatly appreciated. So it's not something we tend to ask often. I think that's the first time I've ever asked. So if you get a chance to, fantastic. If you don't, I'm not going to be mad at you. But yeah, so we will. That's nearly time. Hope everyone's had. My name's Max Lamus. Thank you, Aaron. That'd be great if you can. Next week, I'm not sure who's on next week, but I'm sure it'll be another great session. It won't be me, sadly. I know you're gonna hate if it's not me. But yeah, lovely to see you all here today. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you on the next session, guys. All right, have a lovely day, and yeah, all the best, guys. See you all soon.